we're having Marvin on for our special Fantasy Jeopardy episode today, in which we're going to be going over all sorts of fun fantasy stats from 2019 that you need to know for 2020, which are going to help you in your planning and thinking about players a little bit differently. But it did make me think as we were preparing for the episode this week, what other kind of nerdy things we're all interested in, that sort of like if you had to go on some sort of trivia nerd show where it was just all about one thing, like obviously probably our first thing is we'd say fantasy football, but if it had to be something else, what would you guys default to? Like what would your Jeopardy of this be, where you could feel like you could go on and dominate somewhere?
For me, it's Star Wars. Like that
nerd.
It was so much so. I had all the action. I remember saving up paper route money or allowance or whatever. Every time I had like $6 or $7, I'd buy whatever action figure I didn't have, whether it was the Rebel Soldier or any of the heroes or 18 different variations of Luke Skywalker or whatever. And but that was also part of that was Star Wars: A New Hope was actually the first movie I saw in theaters. And you're saying,
wow,
that came out in the 70s. How did you do that? No, they re-released it.
So old.
At the end. They remastered it and re-released it at the end of the 90s. And Episode 4 was like when they re-released that in theaters. Like that was one of the first things I saw. Phantom Menace came out shortly after that, and so yeah, my wife doesn't exactly share that passion. We're trying to get through the Star Wars canon right now, and it's just not really tough going.
But there's hope. There's hope because my
New
wife
Hope even
also did not. There's 5 New Hopes in that film. No, because my wife also had been making fun of Star Wars for years, and she finally agreed to watch a few of them. She said she would give me a shot because I kept telling her she saw The Force Awakens in theaters with me, and she loved BB-8. She thought it was great.
Yeah.
So I thought,
of course
okay,
she did.
like, you enjoyed watching that movie. You might as well give it a go. And we finally went through them all, and she was like, I love Star Wars. And she was a little bit embarrassed because she was like, didn't want to admit it, but she said that. And then she told Matt's wife, of course. And now I think that was where there was a little bit of hope for about a week, and then it probably faded.
It hasn't worked out. No.
Yeah.
No.
Aaron sent me a message one day, like a Snapchat or something. It just like tilts his phone over, and I see his wife just like on the couch, like blanket pulled up to her face, just like intently watching Star Wars, which is pretty awesome. For me, I feel like it would be Harry Potter, except I don't even have the excuse that Matt did as a kid, where like as a kid he was really into Harry Potter. I was a grown ass man. Like I was like 20, 25, 26 years old. And like I started listening to Harry Potter. And I'm just like, oh, what a wonderful dream world of magic. I didn't even know any of this existed before. It's wonderful. I want to go to Hogwarts. And yeah, and the addiction started. And
you were a little bit younger than that, weren't you? Because you were.
I'm like 24, maybe. It wasn't. I was
because you brought
older than was conceivably appropriate.
Yeah, like not
head over heels for Harry Potter.
Not 11, which is kind of what it was supposed to be. So, double the.
But you brought that home to me.
I did, and then we shared some wonderful Harry Potter fandom.
And I, that was going to be my answer for this question,
but I stole it.
You stole it, and when we talked about this, you came up with it first, and I want to say I have to explain mine a little bit. Mine would be Lord of the Rings, and
that's a good one.
I don't, yeah, right. Like, I want to be. I think what makes this the answer for me for this question is that I want to be nerdier than I am when it comes to Lord of the Rings.
It's a good rule.
And I'm also extremely attached to the movies. This was when my wife and I started dating. I remember this like it was incredible. It was a moment that stuck with me forever because we're laying on the futon, right, in the living room, being safe and good, young people, and watching Lord of the Rings. And she's like, she's enjoying it. And we're maybe 20 minutes in. And I think when they got on Buckleberry Ferry was when they're running away, and she's, she gets real. If she likes something, she makes the face like Jordan. She's, she makes all the faces, gasps at all the right times. But like, so I paused it, and I'm like, "You like this?" She's like, "Yeah, that's good. Yeah." So this is early in my relationship. I don't know why I thought this was a good idea. I get up into my chair and go down the hall and grab my my Hobbit book out of my room and go back, and I open the book in front of her and I show her the map and I say, this is where they are right now and this is where it started. And this, I swear, this is when the love really started, because she didn't make fun of me. She just said,
Nice.
oh, she was like totally into
That's
it. She was
awesome.
like, oh, okay. So where are they going now? I'm like, they're going in this direction. And we were just looking at a map of Middle Earth together. So my
True love.
I've never read the books. I've tried a couple times and I'm desperate to make I'm not a huge reader, but I want to be for those books. I read all the way through Harry Potter, of course. That's what got me into the world of fantasy. But yeah, that Lord of the Rings is definitely my nerdism, if for no other reason than how much I love it and how I want to dive even deeper than I am.
Marvin, what would yours be?
So for me, it's probably on the theme of movies is Marvel and Marvel Comics and the MCU
Nice.
movies. So it's, I feel like I've seen those movies, all 23 of them, at least twice, which is a little,
Wow.
which is, I don't know if that's sad or if that's impressive.
No.
But
I don't know.
love
I
those
think
movies.
we're awesome.
Yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with that.
Yeah. What's your favorite one?
I feel like this is a pretty popular answer, but it's got to be Winter Soldier.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
I just worked back through the Captain America movies, and I was the biggest Iron Man fan for a long time, and after reworking through those, it's just Captain America. He's just the best. Yeah. So somehow, though, I feel like your answer to this question, Marvin, is much more acceptable in the realm of like adulthood than the rest of ours. Just maybe it's more modern and actually going on now. So that's better.
When three nerds see the fourth nerd as the more adult nerd.